name is Jessica. Today I'm going to be leading you through a 20-minute evening yoga flow. I do recommend practicing this sequence right before going to bed or right after your normal evening routine to really help you wind down and relax. We'll get started in a wide-legged child's pose, bringing the big toes to touch, spreading the knees as wide as is comfortable, walking the fingers forward to extend the arms in front of you, and resting your forehead on the mat. Gently close your eyes and take some time here to feel into your breath. See if you can notice each inhale, the pause that happens, and then the exhale. And start to observe your body, observe your mind, just becoming aware of your presence in this space, acknowledging this time as a gift you have given yourself at the end of your day. And whatever happened or came before this moment right now, just say to yourself, I let go. Breathing in, breathing out. Start to walk the fingers over towards the left side of the mat. Place the right hand on top of the left hand, stretching gently into the right side body. Hips are still pressing down towards the heels. Slowly walk your hands through center and all the way over towards the right side, left hand on top of the right hand. See if you can relax your face, relax your jaw, and soften your shoulders. And gently walking the hands back to center, coming up high on the fingertips, maybe lifting the head, lifting the chest, resting your chin on the mat, gazing at the fingertips. Gently press yourself up, coming into a seated position, sitting the hips over the heels. Coming into a side body stretch, place your left hand down and reach your right arm up and over. Breathing here and finding some movement. As you reach that right arm forward, go ahead and round through the upper back. Swing the right arm around as you plant the right hand down and reach the left arm up and over. Big breath here. Extend the left arm straight out in front of you. Place the left hand down and reach the right arm back up and over. Once more here. Reach that right arm around, rounding through the upper back. Right hand down, left arm up. Inhale to reach both arms up overhead, palms come to touch, gaze up. Exhale, release the hands, interlace the fingers behind the low back. Press the palms together, straighten out the elbows. Lift the chest here, draw the fists down towards the ground. Draw the low belly down towards the thighs. Release your grip here, interlace the fingers behind the head. And then gently draw the chin to the chest. Draw the elbows together. Stretching the triceps down towards your chest, see if you can straighten the upper back and just allow this stretch to come from the neck. On your next breath, slowly lift the chest, extend the elbows out wide, gaze up. Bring the arms out into cactus as you bend the elbows. And then plant the hands in front of you, tuck the toes, lift the hips up high for downward facing dog. Begin to pedal out the feet. As you bend the right knee, straighten the left leg. Bend into the left knee, straighten out the right leg. Keep alternating here, stretching out the back of the legs, pressing into the palms. Lifting the shoulders away from the ears. And then sink both heels down, coming into a neutral downward dog. Inhale high in the toes. Shift your body weight forward as you come into a high plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Untuck the toes, coming into Sphinx pose. Forearms come onto the mat. Shoulders stacked over the elbows, pressing the tops of your feet into the ground. Lifting your gaze, coming back to your breath. Gently release your chest to the ground. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders. You're going to press yourself up into upward facing dog. Lifting the hips, lifting the thighs, opening your heart, and then rolling over the toes, finding downward facing dog. Taking one breath here. From here, we'll move into pigeon pose. So lifting the right leg for three-legged dog. Rounding through the spine as you draw the right knee to the right wrist and the left foot to the left wrist. Place your shin down, sink your hips down. Come up high on the fingertips. Back leg is extended, growing tall through the crown of the head. So you have the option to stay here upright in pigeon pose, or you can walk the hands forward, coming into a forward fold, maybe resting your forehead on your forearms, softening throughout your body. And finding slow, intentional breaths. Gently come up on the hands to lift yourself up. If you are in a forward fold, then go ahead and shift onto your right outer hip and extend your left leg out in front of you. So facing the long ways of your mat. I'm just going to readjust so you can see me. So your left leg is extended and your right knee is bent. Turn to face your left leg. Inhale to find length. And as you exhale, walk the hands forward, allowing your upper body to hang heavy, rounding through the upper back, and resting your arms on top of your mat. Feel this stretch along the back of the left leg and the hamstrings. Slowly lift yourself up. Bring your right arm behind you. Reach the left arm up. As you exhale, twist to the right. So placing your left hand to the outer edge of the right knee. Softening your gaze. From here, plant your right hand down. Reach the left arm up as you lift your hips up towards the sky, finding a gentle back bend. Take one more breath, and then sink the hips back down. From here, plant your hands and come back into a downward facing dog. Take one breath here. Left leg will lift for three-legged dog, coming back into our pigeon pose. Bring the left knee to the left wrist and the right foot to the right wrist. Place your shin down, sink the hips down, back leg is extended. Come up high on the fingertips to lift the chest and open the front body. Growing tall through the spine and through the crown of the head. Choosing to stay here in an upright position, or choosing to find a forward fold. Maybe resting your head on your forearms. Taking a moment to soften through the jaw, the back, the glutes, and the legs. If you're in a forward fold, gently press yourself up, swing onto the left hip, and turn to face the long ways of your mat. Right leg is extended, left leg is bent. Turn to face your right leg, inhale here, and then exhale, fold forward. Rounding the upper back. Relaxing the arms, breathing space into the back of the legs, the low belly, lifting yourself back up. Place your left hand behind you, inhale to reach the right arm up. Exhale, twist to the left, right hand to the outer edge of the left knee. Then plant your left hand down, lift the hips, swing that right arm up, opening your heart for a back bend. Slowly lowering the hips back down. This time we're going to open the legs out wide to come into a straddle. So it doesn't have to be a super wide stance, just as far as is comfortable for you. We'll find some movement here, so go ahead and walk your hands over towards your left leg and fold forward. Good. Come up onto the fingertips as you inhale, lift your chest, and then exhale, fold forward. Inhale to lift, exhale to fold. Inhale to lift, walking your hands towards center and then over towards the right. Folding over the right leg, rounding through the upper back. Big breath in as you lift the chest, lift the gaze, and exhale, fold. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. walking the hands towards the center and folding forward. Taking a big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale, slowly lift yourself up. Bring the legs together straight out in front of you. We'll find a gentle seated twist. Place your right hand behind you. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand comes to the outside of the right knee, gazing over your right shoulder. Come back to center. Left hand comes behind you. Inhale, the right arm lifts. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand comes to the left knee. Come back to center. And then slowly shift all the way to the front of your mat. And then lower all the way down to the ground, bringing your spine to the mat. Hugging the knees into the chest and taking a breath here. Extend the arms alongside your body, placing the palms against the mat and lifting the legs straight up in front of you. So hips are still pressing into the ground, knees stacked over the hips and ankles stacked over the knees. You can have a slight bend in the knees here if that feels more comfortable for you. You can also do this pose with your legs up against a wall if you'd like more support. So choosing to stay here for another minute or so, or choosing to find supported shoulder stand. So pressing the palms into the ground, you're going to lift the hips and low back up off of the mat. Bring your hands to your low back for support and extend the legs straight up in front of you. Pointing the toes or flexing the feet. You can stay here or you can slowly lower the legs, lower the feet behind you, coming into plow pose. So the knees are over the forehead, legs are straight. If the toes can reach directly behind you, feel free to interlace the fingers into a fist, pressing them against the mat. Otherwise, keep your hands to your low back for supports. If this is comfortable for you, you can bend the knees, placing them above the shoulders for ear pressure pose. Continuing to breathe. To slowly come out, you're going to sink your hips and low back down to the ground, coming into happy baby. So bringing the arms inside of the legs, wrapping the fingers around the outer edges of the feet, gently rocking from side to side. When you're ready, you can release your feet back to the mat, readjusting yourself for our final resting pose. Either finding Shavasana, or you can come into reclined butterfly pose, bringing the soles of the feet together, opening the knees out wide. You can rest your arms alongside your body with the palms face up. Or you can place your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your low belly. Soften your eyes until they close. Bringing your awareness back to your breath. Taking a big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale it out. Feel your body soften and become heavy. Feel free to rest here for these next few minutes. I'll leave you here for now. Thank you for joining me on your mat today. I hope you have a relaxing rest of your evening. Namaste.